Welcome everybody to the RetroYuuki Roundup, and this is the first RetroYuuki Roundup under our brand new name, RetroYuuki Productions. It is February 2nd, 2023. I almost said January. And today we're going to be going over a lot of new material for you guys. I hope you guys are ready for what we have for you guys because, oh my goodness, this might be the biggest update of the year if you're thinking about like content wise. First, we're going to go over what's the schedule for this weekend, as well as today. We're also going to be going over the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 week. We're also going to go over the other meat and potatoes of this roundup, the vertical content or vertical streaming. If you guys are into TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, we're going to be talking about that as well as the plugin. And we'll be talking about how I'm going to be using vertical streaming and content creation for our stuff. So let's go over the schedule for this week and this weekend. So for today, we do have the Mature Sonic VR chat. That is because it is Thursday. Now keep in mind, this is going to be your regular VR chat tonight. Here's one exception though. We are also going to be testing vertical. That's right, we are vertical tonight as well. So tonight we are testing out the brand new plugin from Atom, which is partially also created by Harris Heller. Harris Heller also has a channel on YouTube. He has two channels, Senpai Gaming and his own personal channel, Harris Heller. That's literally what it's called. And he made this plugin for those of you who want to do vertical streaming and vertical content for TikTok, Instagram, as well as YouTube Shorts, which is going to be our next big move here. So tonight for VR chat, we are testing out vertical, but the horizontal streams will stay the same as normal. You still get the intro, you still get the Mr. Work song, everything. Everything is included with the horizontal, but we are also testing vertical tonight. Keep in mind that you're not going to see everything that you normally see in vertical and horizontal, because for vertical, what I want to try to do is we're going to make some YouTube shorts. I'll explain that in a moment for the channel, so get ready for that. Also tonight, we have Francis the Fox playing Mario Galaxy 2. Mario Galaxy 1 Part 2. We're going to continue into Terrans, and then we're going to try to beat Bowser for the first time. Keep in mind that this one is not vertical. There's no vertical tonight for Mario. Also tomorrow, 9:30, because I do volunteer at church tomorrow, we're going to have our Mario Galaxy at 9:30. Makes sense, it is at night. However, no vertical. Fortnite Community Night, this one is the only other one this week that we're going to try vertical. So we're going to be doing Fortnite Community Night. It's our normal community night on Saturday. So come on in, have some fun, because we know it will be a ton. It will be our Fortnite game night, so come on in. We're going to drop in starting at 5:30 and 8:45. Next week is going to be the very interesting, because it's going to be normal until Saturday. Because, as you guys already know, that Wednesday, February 15, is the Season 2 premiere of Warzone 2, of Season 2, Modern Warfare 2, Roman numeral 2. We're going to be celebrating Season 2 in 2 weeks. And to celebrate Season 2, we're going to end Season 1 with a bang. And I actually mean with a bang, hopefully with a W. What we're going to be doing is a series of Call of Duty streams all the way up until in 2 weeks. So here's how it's going to start. In the community tab, I presented the schedule of Call of Duty week. We're going to get started with February 11, which is our regular community night for Call of Duty. But that is the last one for Season 1 when it comes to community night. So if you want to say goodbye to Season 1 correctly with a community night, February 11 is your day. Then February 12 and 13 at 8:45 specifically, we're going to have our Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 DMZ, the final ones for season 1 in terms of like a regular stream. On February 14 at 8:45, because that is a Tuesday and we do our VR chat that day, we're going to say goodbye to season 1 with Warzone and DMZ on the old map. I forgot what it's called, but it's the old map. It's gonna become an old map soon. So DMZ and Warzone season 1 finale February 14 at 8:45, and then February 15, our first community night with the new season is going to be DMZ/Resurgence Rebirth. So I'll explain what that is in just a moment. But basically, we are doing Rebirth and DMZ on February 15. So that's the entire schedule for that day. February 18 is going to be our first official community night with season 2. So we have DMZ, DMZ and Resurgence. So that is our schedule for that particular week. It just so happens that Valentine's Day is the February 14, and there's something else that's going on at 14 called a DeviantArt reaction video. So there's a lot of content on the 14th because of Warzone and Modern Warfare 2. So that is the schedule for that particular week. Okay, starting next Saturday. So next Saturday and 2 weeks Saturday, you have a lot of Call of Duty to look forward to. Okay, so that's why that week is going to be special. As far as other content is concerned for today's roundup, let's talk about, because that's it for the schedule for this weekend. Let's talk about vertical streaming and recording. So I have some samples for you guys, and the reason why I believe Harris Heller and the ATM team released this right away is because they know that the new YouTube terms of service allows you to get paid in shorts. What is shorts in this case? So little video, mobile size video, where you can watch it on mobile, and it looks pretty nice actually. So YouTube Shorts is a thing where it's a 1-minute video normally, and you get to watch it in a mobile format. So, and this comes in time when the Twitch also updated their terms of service. So what happened is, if you are a partner or an affiliate, normally you're not allowed to multi-stream. However, they just released their new terms of service, and that allows multi-stream to YouTube. Not to YouTube, but to TikTok, because TikTok is separated from Twitch, so they don't care about TikTok. So if you are multi-streaming to Twitch and TikTok, they don't care. Go for it. Have some fun. Okay, because that could be a YouTube short. Okay, just keep in mind with the terms of service, you're still not allowed to stream on YouTube at the same time. You are allowed to stream on TikTok because that is a different service. To keep that in mind, we'll talk about that as we get closer. Okay, so let me give you some examples. And I just posted these like an hour ago. An hour ago as of the recording of today's roundup. So here's the first example. The first example is from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Ironically, interestingly enough, we're having a celebration. But this, I will warn you, I will never play like this again, because this is against bots. If I was playing against other players, forget it. So here we have the team deathmatch of the shipment. So you can see I pop off. I'm popping off with 3 in a row right off the rip. Never gonna happen again. And then here I do a little three piece chicken nuggets right here. And then over here I do 2-piece knife kills, throwing knife kills here, just to flex. But you're never gonna see like me play like this again. It is just for because it is a gents bot, and that is also for an example of the content that you can produce with Mr. Plugin over here. Plugin that I'm using with OBS Studio. So that's a gaming example. I would like now to also present the VR chat example. So here I give you an example of VR chat vertical. Now here you may have noticed, however, that something is a little bit off. Francis the Wolf is not supposed to be that green. Actually, he's not supposed to be green, period. He's supposed to be a cyan color. However, for this particular video, let me just say that Francis went through a third color change or something, whatever. There's this story for today. But here you can see we have vertical VR chat. So what I'm gonna show you guys is how it looks like from the Sovereign's chill home. So I can flip the camera around. So as you can see, I move around to show you guys a video view of Sovereign's chill home. This is the exact same world you always see me start in for our open lobbies. There's nothing changed here. So we go to the bar area, which is right there. Now keep in mind, this is completely testing tonight. So here we are in Putt Putt Golf. By the way, that is my alternate account. That's another reason why I'm alone in this one. When I do testing on VR chat, I am usually alone. And it's on purpose because I want to make sure I give the quality you guys deserve. So that is a little example of how vertical VR chat works. Keep in mind that we are testing tonight with our Sonic VR chat, and not everything is going to be in there, and I'll explain that later because I want to make its own segment for itself about differences and limitations. Now onto the bigger meat of the video in terms of content, especially VR chat. I mean, not VR chat, but Call of Duty week. So Call of Duty week is going to get started next Saturday with our community night as we say goodbye to season 1. But I'm going to give you a look at a blog. This is the blog that came out from Call of Duty. Basically, go to callofduty.com/blog, and you're going to see this puppy right here. The title is a deep dive on Ashika Island, the new resurgence map in season 2 of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Call of Duty Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2. Keep in mind that this is free because it is part of the DMZ and the resurgence. So this is our brand new map. There's a video here. This was originally supposed to be not 1990s, but originally this was supposed to be released yesterday, the actual game. But because of delays, they're doing it on the 15th. So they showed off some not gameplay, but map. They showed off some images. I actually had some of the images on my Twitter because I did tweet them. I did retweet it, and I believe it is somewhere here. It should be right here. I retweeted this. That is the Ashika Island, the whole map. They have different POIs or point of interest, and then these are your other things here. We have this, which looks like castle. I forgot where it's from, but I know that's a multiplayer map from another Call of Duty. Look at the trees, cherry blossoms there. You can tell it's a Japanese inspired. Then we have this, which I believe is the beach club. You can see a little bit of the castle on the top left corner of your screen, that other one we just saw. Then we have this underwater moat, most likely under the castle. This might be a hot spot for camping. And then we have, I believe this one right here. This is town center. This is town center right here. So you can see a little bit of castle on the top right corner of your screen. We also have a lot of stuff here. I'm gonna tell you now. I really think the castle is gonna be your hotspot, especially with what they said about the castle, which is going to be. There's also Port Ashika, town center to Suki Castle. This one is gonna be the hotspot, Suki Castle, because of the way that they described the map. And they said something about pass the guards and look for the hidden space. That could indicate something like, oh, DMZ, you might find special weapon or like complete a contract. Or if you're talking about Warzone, let's say, or Rebirth, you might be talking about hidden loot. Or DMZ, most likely a contract is going to be in there. Most of the time, that's the reason why. Because you're looking at a small map and big possibilities. So that's what we have here. We also have residential, the farms, which I'm going to show you guys in a moment in that blog. So these are your top spots. But in this blog, let me go back to the blog, not that one yet. Here's the farm. So here's another farm. Lookout in ruins. Here's the North Beach here. The greenhouse. Here's the town center. This is the town center we were just looking at. North Seawall, which is another hotspot. Ferry terminal. That is a ferry terminal, and this is the town center. This is the tourist center building. Event center, and a lot of stuff. Gas station, especially in the new one, you have to repair and put gas in your cars. Here's the science center. Here's the river channel. South Sea Wall and floating gas station. That is a gas station there. Market district. I have a feeling some of these are going to also be hotspots for drops, especially Suki Castle. Here's the beach club, which is another one that was sampled. We have the aquarium. We have the observation point. We have the Suki Castle once again right here. This is the one that we were just looking at. We have a main stronghold. Oh, that's another thing about DMZ. Stronghold. You want to attack them stronghold so that you can get more good weapons. I have a very good feeling this is another hotspot for drops, especially when it comes to DMZ. I mean, not DMZ, Warzone and DMZ, and not DMZ, Resurgence. A lot of people are going to go to Stronghold, and a lot of people are going to Castle because of what they see. Here's another look at it. Here's SAM batteries. Oh, if you can secure a SAM site, you can destroy airborne thingies. Museum here. We have Southwest Gardens. Here's the waterway that we just saw. Here's Port Ashika. The bridge. The dockside. The canal. And what do we have here? Gas station again. Near Port Ashika. Rocky Bluff. And here's residential. So all these are like buildings you can enter for loot and stuff. Here's shipwreck. Another big area for like loot and stuff. So there's a lot of things here. If you guys want to read more, go to callofduty.com/blog and look for the title Ashika Island. I mean, not Ashika Island. A deep dive on Ashika Island. These are your keywords here. So that is a little look, or I should say a little look at the map and stuff of what we're going to see on February 15th. Keep in mind, however, on February 8th, there's supposed to be a blog, a separate blog for COD. So look out for that. I might cover that for the roundup just in case, if you guys want that, because we are going to deep dive into that. So now let's go on to back to our main content, and that is vertical VR chat, limitations, and other stuff I want to go over. Because here's the other stuff we're gonna go over for the thing here. The vertical VR chat testing and community night schedule. Let me get the community night schedule out of the way first so that it's easier. First, we have Fortnite on Saturday. We have Saturday and on February 25. And then Call of Duty 11, 15, and 18. That's a community night schedule. The 15 was because of the new season. Okay, so 2 weeks we're gonna be playing Call of Duty a lot. Okay, now that the community schedule is out of the way, let's talk about this right here. The vertical VR chat. So there is a few things we can do with that actually. And one of them has to do with something that we had done in the past. And that is shorts, YouTube shorts. In terms of content, I want to show you guys what has been done already, so I can give you an example. So if we go ahead and take a look at the channel, you may have noticed I re-added the RetroYuuki roleplay shorts area. So what is this for? So back in episode 1 of our roleplay adventures, I made 3 particular shorts here for highlight purposes. Little did I know that this plugin from Harris Heller was going to release. So what's the difference between the plugin and what I did a month ago? A few things. First of all, the way I edited this was taking the main episode, cutting it up into 3 different sections, and putting it as YouTube Shorts. Now, by itself, it looks easy. I'm gonna tell you now, it's not. Not as easy as you think it is. First off, remember, you're taking the entire horizontal video, which was 1 hour and 45 minutes, and cutting that up to 3 different sections for shorts. That takes about 1 hour, an hour and a half. And remember, I'm editing this to make it accessible for the YouTube Shorts program. That took another few minutes here. So when we did the cranberry reference, so if you remember this one, this was the one with yeah, this is the one with DRC with the cranberry, and that's the reference to the commercial by LeBron James. Remember in Christmas time he does that the most wonderful time of it. Want a Sprite cranberry? The answer is clear. That one. That's the commercial we're referring to here. And this was one of the nominees for blooper of the year last year for VR chat. The one that won the award was the one for the. I believe that's the one that won, if I remember correctly. Here we have Francis the Wolf backing up his friends. That is where I said, out of nowhere, why don't you back off before we really start a fight? I think, if I remember that correctly, that's exactly what I did as Francis the Wolf. But taking apart a long video takes a while. With this new plugin, it's already simple. it's already there. All you have to do is make the content, and then the plugin will automatically make it into a vertical format for shorts and mobile devices. So that's the good news. And remember, TikTok is part of it too, because TikTok is vertical. TikTok is a vertical format video here. So I actually uploaded the two, the Sprite Cranberry and the backing up is Friends video, and that's Francis the Wolf. And if you guys do not know, I'm playing as Francis the Wolf. So, what does this give you an idea of? Well, assuming that we can get roleplay on the board again, I am thinking of doing roleplay shorts, and it's going to be vertical. So that's why we're also testing out vertical streaming tonight to see how it looks like, number one, when recorded, number two, how much area can you cover. But I do want to talk about some other good thing, some pros and cons about this experiment, and I think you can tell where this is going. So here's my theory. I want to give you a scenario where, let's say there's going to be let's see there's going to be a fight in VR chat. And I'm talking about an actual, like, I'm talking about a roleplay fight here. The one for the first one was a friendly banter. Friendly banter, jokes, 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 and more jokes. That's normally what friendly banter refers to. However, the next time we get into a VR chat roleplay fight, though, that's a whole different story. It's no longer friendly banter. It's swords out, weapons out, animations. It's everything that you normally see. So, but what's the fuss? Why is this pro and con? Keep in mind that in horizontal videos like the original, I'm gonna show you an example, and this is how it's gonna be a little bit limiting the way you see. Okay, keep in mind this scene. This is where we saw the Sprite Cranberry. Okay, I want to show you guys some samples. So right here, if I'm taking this horizontally, you see everything. You're gonna see Spooky, my own shadow, because I'm playing as Francis the Wolf, and the flowers in front of me. Okay, if I take this horizontally, you see everything, including Casey, playing as Scourge, the purple one. However, take this vertically, and you're only going to see potentially the flowers in front of me, and maybe part of Spooky, part of Clover. Like, I'm not sure what part, but I know for sure you're only going to see a portion of her. You're limited to whatever you see in front of me, plus maybe a few pixels to the left and right. How does this impact VR chat in a way? Because you're not going to see as much as you would normally see in a horizontal. However, it will allow for YouTube Shorts and YouTube stuff like that. It will allow for that, highlights in short format. But here's where it gets a little bit tricky. There might be a scenario where the character faints and stuff, but you're not going to see everybody. So imagine if Francis the Wolf faints middle, middle here, excuse me. And let's say Dion and Spooky are supposed to come near me, but they start wide. They're gonna start wide, as in they're not gonna be in my frame in vertical, but they will be in my frame horizontal. So they have to come up to in a way that allows myself to be seen in a way, Dion and Clover to be met in the middle, horizontal in the vertical format, then continue the role play from there. That's not gonna be as easy as you think. Also, when Francis faints and stuff, I am not allowed to move my camera by rule. Why did I say that? Because I'm not supposed to. Francis fainted and stuff, so you know what I'm not supposed to do. However, here's another rule. To prevent AFK or away from keyboard, I have to move my camera anyway. Just so that, oh wait, this is not AFK, okay? Yuki is not AFK. So to prevent AFK, I have to move my camera, even though my character is not supposed to move at any point. But then that creates the the vertical format area. So we're gonna try it tonight. We're gonna see how it looks like because I'm excited about vertical stuff. Now remember, we're in a testing phase here, so we're not gonna be like, oh, this is our thing now. No, this is just to see what we can do vertically. Horizontal streams are gonna be fine. You're not gonna miss nothing. It's vertical that's gonna be the kicker here. So that's why there's be a test stream sometime later today, maybe after this video is uploaded. Okay, same thing with. Here's another scene. KC Clover. What am I gonna see if I'm vertical? You're going to see part of both characters. I believe you're gonna see more of KC than you're gonna see of Clover. That's how small the screen with horizontal. Okay, you're probably gonna see part of Clover and part of KC, and of course my shadow is in there. So yeah, so there's gonna be a little bit of interesting stuff unless I put wide out. Unless I back off a bit so you can see both. But keep in mind, I do have lines. I will have lines to say in a role play. So if I back off a bit, I have to be very careful with voice volume. Okay, so keep that in mind if we're gonna try out role play in the vertical format and the horizontal format as well. We might test out something vertically. I have a feeling it's gonna happen. But I'm not gonna make it like, oh, it's a brand new VR chat series. The vertical adventures, the VR vertical adventures. That sounds weird, but we're gonna see what can transpire from that. But keep in mind that we are in the testing phase. We're gonna be doing this for the next few VR chat streams. And here's another kicker. This is only for VR chat. The only reason why we're gonna be doing it for gaming this weekend is to test it out in terms of like, oh, this is how you set it up, or how to make it happen. Because the videos I uploaded for testing purposes, the Call of Duty and the VR chat, are easier because I just recorded them. The one for live streams, though, that's a different story. Because you still have to put in your stream key and all that cool stuff. So we're gonna see how it looks like vertically in a few minutes after the stream, sometime after the video is up, and then we'll see if you guys like it. Okay. Now, what else can we do with vertical format material? Because there is something else that I want to try to present, and that is something that you normally don't see on my channel: quizzes. Yeah, I know. Common sense, right? Well, actually, quizzes as in my channel. So in the vertical format, you can actually make quizzes on the vertical and the horizontal. So let's say we're gonna ask questions about the Emerald Hunters or something in that matter. So it's gonna be a lot of interesting moments that we can do. Now keep in mind, I do want to clarify some resolution stuff. I will be making a tutorial series for this new plugin, but the resolutions are actually almost the same except for a different thing. So in horizontal, if you're streaming or recording in 720, 723, 720p, it's usually 1280 by 720. However, in vertical, it's actually 720 by 1280. So it's 720 by 1280 in vertical. Same thing in horizontal 1080. I believe horizontal 1080 is, I forgot what's the first number, but I know the second number is 1080. But flip the numbers with the width and length. The length is the 720, and then the width, the height is 1280. In horizontal, it's 1280, 720. Okay, in horizontal though, it's 720, 1280. Okay, so keep that in mind. Also, in the plugin, you can only do two, two um two particular resolutions: 720, 1280, or 1080, 1920. There it is, the number 1920. So remember, horizontal 1920 by 1080 if you're going 1080p, and vertical and horizontal of 720, you're going 1280 by 720. If you're going vertical, you go 720 1280 for 720p, and for 1080p you're actually going 1080 by 1920. Okay, so keep that in mind for vertical. More on this plugin later on in its own video tutorial because I'm excited. But that is the roundup for now. If you have any questions about the plugin, or you want questions about the the, the Call of Duty, or questions about the VR chat vertical, remember there is a chance that we're going to try vertical VR chat series. I'm not going to make any promises right now, just because we just started with this type of content of the vertical. Okay, so keep that in mind. Like, it's not going to be guaranteed, but what will be guaranteed is a test stream. So we'll be back at around 12:15 after this video is uploaded or something for a testing of the vertical. Keep in mind, it's most likely just chatting. I'm not gonna go hard. This especially because we're gonna do VR chat at 5:30. Okay, we'll see you guys at around 12:15 or maybe after, or at like 3 o'clock. We'll see. I'll upload you guys on the community tab. We'll see you guys very soon, and happy vertical joy.